and we're back with a new series for you today. So as you can see from the intro, this is actually going to be a survival series, and we're just going to be doing it on PC. Now we are actually going to be doing it on the KaoshKraft server on PC, which is made up of tons of different YouTubers, which you'll probably see in a future episode. Now while I'm actually talking to you and just explain what this series is, I'm just going to run off and grab a few materials that we're going to need to get us going in survival. But apart from that though, the main aim for this series is just going to be obviously to survive, be as creative as possible in our builds since we are a creative channel, and just to try and automate everything. But apart from that though, once we've actually grabbed everything we're going to need, as I mentioned earlier, we're just going to probably be building a house for the rest of this episode. But before we do, I'm just going to show you quickly a small clip of just what the KaoshKraft server is, and just a few YouTubers that are actually on it.
What is going on, guys, and welcome to the brand new season of the KaoshKraft server. We are on a brand new map, everything is new, and we are also on 1.8, and as you can see we have a lot of new faces with us. A few people could not make it because of time schedules and stuff, but majority of us did make it today, and there's a lot of new faces. So yeah, you guys want to introduce yourself? This is the brand new spawn. As you can see, we've got our traditional compass, aka the KaoshKraft logo, I guess you can say, and we haven't really done much than just mark things out on where we want things to go. That's not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to build everything off camera, but I got outvoted with that one. So yeah, are we gonna do a little tour, I guess?
As you can see then, there's a fair few amount of people actually on this server, but I think there's about 11 members in total now. In the future though, we should hopefully be able to play against them in a couple of mini games on the server, and also have them in a couple of episodes. Also, for those that are actually wondering where I stood in that clip, and also at the start of the video, I was actually stood at the server spawn. Now this area is probably going to change quite rapidly over time, as new things are likely to be added, including shops, and also a town hall. So hopefully then we should be able to trade with other people on the server fairly soon. Judging from our hotbar then and our inventory, I think we're actually getting fairly close to gathering all the materials we actually need for our house. Now as I mentioned then at the start of the video, I wanted to make our house look as good as possible, so what I've done is come up with a design off camera, which we can then implement on the server. Now for this, as you have seen me build up plenty of houses in the past, what I'm going to be doing for this is just time-lapsing the house, and then just coming back and adding the final details in afterwards. So what I'm actually going to do now is just head off and hopefully find a good location for our house. On the way though, we should hopefully be able to find some sheep and some pigs so we can actually make a bed and also gather some food as well. And we're back. So this is a location that we've actually decided on for our start house, and as you can see it's a nice flat location already, so we can just build our house directly on it. Apart from that though, it's also a pretty nice environment with the lake next to it, and also not too far away from spawn, as just over that hilltop over there is where our spawn is. Aside from that though, as I mentioned, we're hoping to find some food on the way, and also some wool for sheep, so we can actually make a bed, and we were able to do all of that. So what I'm going to do now is actually start on our house, and we're just going to build it in this plot here. So again for this, I'm just going to be time-lapsing the main house, and then just adding the finer details in afterwards. Right, so that's the exterior pretty much done. One thing I forgot to actually add in though was just to replace this grass and dirt block here with our cobblestone. Once we've actually done this, we're just going to come inside, and as you can see, we've already got a crafting table and furnace already in here. Now I put the crafting table in here as we had it outside, which isn't too convenient, but for the furnace I actually had to make that just so we can get some food, as our health was running ridiculously low and we were about to die. But aside from that though, the only other things we're actually going to be doing in here is just replacing the floor, as you can see now, and then afterwards just placing a bed and a table. Now on the table then, I'll probably be placing a plant pot in the future, but as we haven't got too many resources and we can't actually create one now, I'm just going to be adding the table itself. We're just going to go ahead and add the bed now, and then just the table in the corner next to it. For our bed though, we are actually particularly lucky we were able to gather all the resources for it, as otherwise if we didn't find them, we'd have to travel all the way back from spawn if we did actually die. Luckily though we haven't so far, but yep, as I mentioned though, next we're just going to be adding the table in the corner to finish off this room. And that wraps up everything we're going to be doing for this part. In the next part though, what I'm hoping to do is to start on our farm, and also gather a load more resources so we can start on some larger projects. so we can actually start automating everything and making everything just look a bit nicer.